Welcome to Storytime Fun, boys and girls. We hope you enjoy. Today's story is out of the Classic Fairy Tales book from Hans Christian Andersen and the Brothers Grimm, as retold by Nicola Baxter. And today's story is called The Musicians of Bremen. Once there was a donkey who worked very hard for his master, but when he became old and tired, he could no longer carry such large loads, and it became clear that his master would not keep him for much longer. "The best thing for me to do," thought the donkey, "would be to take myself off before that day comes. I shall go to Bremen and become a musician. My braying has often been noticed." So early one morning, the donkey set off for Bremen. On the way, he met a dog sheltering by a tumbled down wall. "You look rather sorry for yourself, old friend," said the donkey. "I am too old to go hunting with my master," growled the dog. "Now he hardly feeds me at all." "Come with me to Bremen," laughed the donkey. "If I bray and you bark, we shall make fine music." Off went the donkey and the dog. Before long, they met a cat crouched on a roof. "It's a fine morning," called the donkey, but the cat meowed pitifully. "Meow. Maybe it is for you," she called, "but I am old, and even the mice laugh at me." "Come with us and be a musician," called the donkey and the dog. "Your voice is still strong and tuneful." So the donkey and the dog and the cat went on their way to Bremen, singing as they went. Now the musicians were making a very loud noise, but as they passed by a farmer's barn, they heard a noise that was so loud it drowned even their strange and wonderful singing. "Cock-a-doodle-doo! Cock-a-doodle-doo!" "Goodness me," said the donkey. "This is a strange time of day for a rooster to be crowing." "What else can I do?" called the rooster. "The farmer is having some friends to dinner tonight. I'm very much afraid that I'm the main course." "Don't worry," the donkey replied. "I can think of a much better use for your voice. You just come along with us." And so the donkey and the dog and the cat and the rooster went on toward Bremen. By the evening, the animals were tired. They needed a warm place to sleep and a fine dinner to end the day. At last, in the distance, they saw the lighted window of a little cottage. When they reached it, the rooster flew up and looked in the window. "I can see 4 robbers sitting down to a delicious meal," he called. Yummy in my tummy." "That sounds just right for us," said the donkey. "And what is more, I have a plan." So the dog climbed on the donkey's back, and the cat climbed on the dog's back, and the rooster perched on the cat's back. Then the animals went right up to the window and sang their music at the tops of their voices. It was an extraordinary sound. "It's a ghost!" cried one robber, rushing from the room. "It's a goblin!" cried another, scrambling after him as fast as he could. "It's a troll!" called the third, stumbling over his chair. "I want my mother," sobbed the last robber. "Wait for me." In just a few minutes, the four animal friends had taken the robbers' places at the table and were enjoying a delicious meal. Later that night, the animals slept soundly in the warm, comfortable cottage. But the robbers had talked themselves out of their fear and crept back to see if the coast was clear. Luckily, the dog's sharp ears heard them coming, so the animals hid behind the door and waited silently in the darkness. As soon as the robbers were inside the cottage, the donkey cried, "Now!" and took hold of one of the robbers' trousers with his strong yellow teeth. In a flash, the dog had fastened his jaws right around the second robber's ankles. The cat had jumped and sunk her claws into the third robber's shoulder, and the rooster had pecked the nose of the fourth robber so hard that it was never the same again. Well, those robbers ran away even faster than they had the first time, leaving the four friends in peace. The cottage was so charming that they never did reach Bremen, but they made time for their singing practice every day. And if you have ever heard them, you would know that the good people of Bremen had a very lucky escape indeed. Well, that's it for today. We'll see you next time.